This is an explanation for problem number 4 from Junior Contest Meet 2 on Probability from November of 2013. So the problem says Sheila is playing a game in which she rolls 3 standard 6-sided dice, 2 of which are red and 1 of which is blue. If the sum on the red dice is at least 9, what is the probability that the sum on all 3 dice is at least 13? So the first thing that we are told is that the sum on the red is at least 9. Okay, so if I have my 2 red die here, what are the ways that I can get sums of at least 9? So sums of 9 could be 3 and 6, 6 and 3, 4 and 5, or 5 and 4. So that would be a sum of 9. To get a sum of 10, I could have 4 and 6, or 6 and 4. Now these are different. Rolling a 4 and then a 6 is different than rolling a 6 and then a 4. Or I could have 5 and a 5. That would give me a sum of 10. To get a sum of 11, I would need a 5 and a 6, or a 6 and a 5. That would give me a sum of 11. And then to get a sum of 12, I would get 6 and 6. Okay, so we are told the sum is at least 9. So one of these has occurred. Now I want to know what's the probability that the sum is at least 13. Okay, so if I get a 9 on my red, I'm going to need a 4 on my blue, at least a 4, a 5, or a 6. If I get a 10 on my red and I want a sum of at least 13, I'm going to need a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. If I get an 11 on the red, then I'm going to need a 2, 3, 4, 5, or a 6. And lastly, if I get a 12 on that red, then I need a 1 through 6, so it doesn't matter what I get on the blue. So I need to figure out what are these probabilities. Okay, the probability of getting a 9 on those red, there's 4 possibilities out of the 10 total that I listed. And then I want to multiply that by the probability of getting a 4, 5, or a 6 on the blue, which is 3 out of 6. There's 6 possibilities on the blue, 3 of them are the ones I'm interested in. Okay, now the probability of getting a 10 on that red is going to be 3 out of the 10 options listed. The probability then of getting a 3, 4, 5, or a 6 on the blue is 4 out of 6. The probability of getting an 11 is 2 out of 10. And then the probability of a 2 through a 6 is 5 out of 6. The probability of a 12 is 1 out of 10. And then it doesn't matter what I get on the blue die. It could be any of the 6 numbers, so that's 6 out of 6. Now, I want to multiply these 4 together and then add all of them. If I do that, I have 2/3. So the probability of getting a sum of at least 13 is 2/3.